Welcome friends. In this video tutorial we are going to learn JQuery attributes. JQuery attributes methods are used to get and or set attributes of the HTML element. Now how to add a CSS class to an element? Let us see. In order to add a CSS class to an element using JQuery, we can use add class method of JQuery. So let me go to the add class page, and you can see that I have couple of HTML elements here. In this, what I want to do is that I want to select the div1. It means that this div, and I want to add class 1 into this div. So what will happen is that whatever CSS style will be into the class 1 will be added into this div1. Let me show you what is in the class 1. So I have okay, master page, and this is my class 1. So in class 1 what I have is color is blue and font weight is bolder. So instead of coming this div1 first div content and then in a normal color like black, now it will come into the blue and bold. So let us see that. Let us refresh this page. You can see add class.aspx, and you will see that this div1 first div content is coming into the blue color and bold. Now you will also notice that the demo of attribute is also coming in the bold and blue, because this is also specified with the class 1. So this was the add class method of jQuery that is used to add a class to a particular element, so that that element will be applied with the class properties. The next method in jQuery attributes is ATTR. It's called attribute, the short form of attribute. How to get or set the attribute value of an element. To get or set a particular attribute of an element, at method can be used. Let us see this. At method. Okay, so in this page what we have is that we have a couple of HTML element, and in this, using attribute, what I'm going to do is that I am going to add class 2 into the div2 element. So first I have selected div2 element, and this div2 element has been specified with class 1. Now in the class 1 we have CSS style as foreground color is red and font weight is bold. Now in class 2 what we have is that background color is brown and the background color is silver and foreground color is brown. So now in the div2 will now become background color as silver and foreground color as brown as against foreground color as blue, because that's what is specified into class 2. And after doing this, what will happen is it will give me the alert as the class attribute of div2. It means that this one. So by default this div2 is specified with the class 1. Because of this particular line, its class attribute will be changed to class 2. So in this line, this line will give me class 2 as an alert. So let us go back to attribute and see. You can see that instead of this foreground color as blue in class 1, it is coming foreground color as brown, because that is what is specified into class 2, and my alert is saying class 2 because that's what is being changed from this line. So this was the attribute selector, attribute that is used to get or set. So here we are getting the attribute value, and here we are setting the attribute value. So in order to set the attribute value, we'll have to pass the second parameter, and in order to get the attribute value, we have to just pass one parameter, that is the attribute name, and that will give me the attribute. Now let us see the next mm, attribute method, and that is the has class. Now what if you want to determine a CSS class name has been used for a particular element or not? In that case, what you can do is we can use the has class method. So let us see has class. Now here in this page I have couple of HTML element, and I wanted to determine if div2 having class as class 2 or not. Because div2 has class as class 1, so this line should give me alert as false. Let's see has class. You see that it is giving me false because div2 element does not have class attribute as class 2, but it has class 1. Now if I will change this class 2 to class 1, then what will happen is I am expecting that it should give me the alert as class, sorry, as true, because that's what is the value of class attribute of div2. So let us refresh this page, and you can see that now it is giving me true as the value. Okay, now let's go to the another method, that is HTML method. How to get or set the HTML content of for a particular element. So let us see HTML. Now here what I want to do is that I have couple of elements here, and I want to first get the value of div2. Get the value, I mean get the HTML content of div2. So I am expecting this particular content in my alert, so that what it will give. And the next line what it will do is that it will set the div3 that has nothing now, it has just div3 written, to this is a good boy, and boy should come in the bold. So let us go back and HTML. You can see that this is giving me the content of the div2, and once I clicked the OK button, this particular text is being changed. Let us refresh this page, and you see that the first line, it means that this line is giving me the alert of the content of div2, and as soon as I will click OK, this line will fire and will give me, it will change the div3 to this particular content. So notice here OK, and this has been changed. So this was the HTML. HTML method is used to get or set the HTML content on the page using JQuery. The next method is append method. Now let's see this. How to append HTML content to the element. To append HTML content to a particular element, append method can be used. Now let's see this in action. So append method. Here what I wanted to do is that I have a div2, and in this div2, after this particular text, I want to append this is a good boy. So let's see. I will go back and I will go to the append attribute, and you can see that this is a good boy. Boy is coming in italic, has been appended with the div2 existing content. So append method is used to append a specified text at the last of the element. The next method is append to. How to append the source element content to the target element content. So in order to do that, we use append to method. Let's go and see append to method, and here what I want to do is that I am selecting the P, and what I want to do is that I want to append all the p means all the paragraph content after the div3 content. Remember that I have this div3 here and these paragraphs are at the top. Now when this line will execute, this will take all these paragraphs and append after this div3. Okay, so first let me first comment it out so that we will know that what is the original location of these paragraphs. You will see that these paragraphs are here and div3 is here. Now let me uncomment this and let me refresh this, and you will see that div3 is here and all paragraph has been moved from top to bottom. So that's what append to method does. Append to method append a certain specified element after the target element. So this was my source and this is my target. So all paragraph has been specified after this div3. Now how to insert HTML content at the beginning of the element. The way we have append method that append the HTML content at the last, in the same way we have a prepend method that prepend means insert the HTML content at the beginning of the element. So let us see this prepend. Here what we are going to do is that we are going to set this text at the beginning of div2. Okay, so let me write here okay, div2 is already written here. So let me first uncomment this and let me go back and come to the prepend attribute, and you will see that demo of some jQuery attribute is written here. Now when I will uncomment this line, then it will become something like this: prepending text demo of at some jQuery attribute. So let us see that. You can see that prepending text and demo of jQuery attribute is being written. So that was the prepend method. Prepend method is used to prepend the text or insert the content before the target element. This is the div2 is my target element, so before this particular content will be prepended. Now how to insert HTML content from source element to the beginning of target element. In order to do that, we will use prepend2 method. So let us see this in action. Prepend2. Now what I wanted to do is that I have all the paragraphs after div2. So this is my div2 and all the paragraph is after 2. Now what I want to do is that I want to prepend these paragraphs before this div2 element. So first let me uncomment this code so that I will see the original position of all the paragraphs and all other content of the page. So prepend2, you can see that div2 is here and all the paragraphs are after that. Now when I will uncomment this code, what will happen is that it will prepend all the paragraphs before the div2. So here at this place it will be specified. So let us refresh this page and you will see that all these paragraphs are coming here. Now naturally these two paragraphs will also come because that's what is the output of this page. You will see that these paragraphs are nothing but specified into the master page. Let me show you the master page so that it will be clear. You can see that this is the first paragraph and this is the second paragraph. So these two paragraphs are also coming before. The next method is the text method. Now how to get or set the element text. To get or set the element text content including the child elements, text method can be used. Okay, let us see this in action. So text, what I'm going to do is that I want to get the text of the div2. So div2 I have here and I want to get the text. Remember that when I will get the text, I will not get these HTML elements here. So it will just give me a demo of sum without any bold jQuery and attributes. And then after once I will click OK of this alert, it will set this particular data content to the div3. So currently div3 is having div3. It will be applied with the, so div3 will be replaced with this particular content. So let us see this in action. Go back and text. See, demo of some jQuery attribute. It is coming here. Now when I will click OK, this div3 will be replaced with the content that I have written. You can see that this is the text by bold jQuery. Remember that the difference between the text and the HTML method is, HTML method is used to get or set the HTML content. However, text method is used to get or set the text content. So even if you have specified the HTML tag into the text, it will be rendered as it is. You can see that bold is coming as it is, B and B is coming as it is. It is, jQuery is not being converted into bold text, but the whole element itself is being rendered on the page. Okay. Now how to remove CSS class from an element? In order to remove a CSS class from an element, we can use remove class method. So let us see this in action. So remove class, and here what I want to do is that I want to remove class 1 from the div2 element. So first let us comment this code and see how it is coming originally. Demo of some jQuery attribute means div2 element is coming in this particular style. Now when I will remove that using my jQuery code, what it will do is that it will come into the normal text. See, it is coming into the normal text. This is coming because I have used the remove class method and I have specified the class name that will remove the class attribute of the div2 element from here. Now the way we have removed class, in the same way we have a remove attribute method. How to remove an attribute from an element? To remove an attribute from the HTML element, remove attribute can be used. So let us see this in action. Remove attribute. Now what I wanted to do here is that I have a div4 element here and I want to remove its style attribute. Okay. So first let me uncomment this code and see how div4 is appearing. It is currently appearing into the red color. Now once I will remove this style attribute, then it should appear into the black color. So let us uncomment this code. That will remove the attribute of a style of this div4 and refresh. You will see that it is coming into the normal color. Okay. The next method is the toggle class method. Toggle class method is basically used to toggle, means add or remove, and remove on the alternate click of the button. So what will happen is that if the element has already a class, then it will remove the class. If that does not have the class, then it will add the class. So let us see this in action. Toggle class. What I have here is that I have kept a button here. So this is my button. On click of this button, what I have done is that I have selected div2, is this div, and I am toggling its class to class 1. So if because class 1 is already there, so in the first click it will remove this class 1. When I will click this button once again, then class 1 will be removed, is already removed, so it will be again added. On the third click, what will happen is, because the class 1 will be added, is already added, so it will again remove. So let us see this. See, currently class 1 is specified, that's why its color is coming as blue. I clicked, so class 1 is removed. Again I clicked, class 1 is added. Again I clicked, class 1 is removed. Okay, now let us see the val attribute. Yeah, so how to get or set the value of an element. Okay, so val, to get or set the value of an element, we can use the val method. If we'll pass the parameter, then it will set the value. If we'll not pass the parameter, then it will get the value. So for example, what I want to do is that I wanted to get the value of this button. So its value is toggle class, so I will get the alert as toggle class, and as soon as I will click OK on the alert button, it will set its value to new value. Let us see this in action. See, toggle class, current test value is toggle class, the button value. Once I will click OK, its value will be changed to new value. That's what the value method is. Okay, so this was the end of the jQuery attribute part video.